Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Soul Treats via Facebook Live. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited. Annie's here today. I do see a few of you on the broadcast live. I was just having a chat with Annie on how intense the energy is this morning. I'm still trying to figure this out, where it's at, where it's coming from, but whoever's going to be on this broadcast, thank you for bringing it because I feel it's a certain individual that's bringing this. So I want to say just a couple of shout outs. Aldo, thank you so much for being here. You've been here a few times now. Thank you so much for your support with Soul
Hi,
Treats.
Aldo.
Ivy, good morning. How are you?
Hi,
So
Ivy.
Annie's going to be doing some readings this morning, and you may see me pop on to do some energy work if I feel that I'm getting some pickup on someone that's needing it. And Ivy says one of her cycles have closed as of today. Amazing. I was just thinking about you about a half hour ago, Ivy, actually. So that's very interesting because I have a message for you, actually. And she says she's doing well. Great. Um, so let me get refocused. So thank you again so much for being here. And we are going to get started. There is a PayPal link that is pinned at the bottom. So donations are open donations, and you can send that in so that we can get you on the list for the readings. I also do randomly pick some people that are in the broadcast to give readings to. So um, that will be happening as well. Also, Annie is going to be giving away a free 1 hour session with her. And to participate in it, you just have to type in hashtag soul. Don't put any emojis or anything like that, just hashtag soul, and that will enter you into the draw. And I will be announcing this hashtag soul throughout the broadcast so that people know to do it. And if you want to, we are going to, oh, thanks, Ivy. I see you popped that on. We're going to be doing Reese. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Reese.
Good evening. So I think Reese is in the UK, if I recall. Um, so you can definitely pop on and do a one-on-one with Annie live this morning. So I'll post the StreamYard. You'll see it in the StreamYard link occasionally in the comments. So you can do video or audio with Annie. So you don't have to do video if you're in your pajamas unless you want to. But
I love it when people come on.
yes,
There's something just a little bit more connected between us when we can actually see each other's eyes. But it's not necessary. Don't feel like it's
exactly.
necessary, but it's nice.
Thanks for being here, Deborah. I haven't seen you here before. Thanks for popping on Soul Traits from California. Woohoo! I'm from California as well, even though I'm broadcasting from Canada right now. I'm originally from San Diego. So I would love to know what city you're from, if you're northern or southern. Alrighty. So again, just one more time for the people who are popping on that are new. Hashtag soul will enter you into a contest to win a 1 hour free reading with Annie. And I have to tell you, her readings are, this is only a little taste of what Annie does. So hashtag soul to enter. And if you'd like to pop on the live, oh, well, we've got another person here. Hold on a second. We've got United Kingdom, Birmingham, Long Beach. Oh,
Toronto,
awesome. Long Beach isn't that far
Kenton.
from San
Hi,
Diego.
Kenton.
Um, in Bakersfield, originally from Boston. Let's say Boston. Kenton. Awesome. Toronto. Fantastic. You're on the other side of Canada. And Annie's broadcasting from Canada as
Penticton.
well.
Penticton, the Okanagan Valley, where we're very close to the floods, but not. We're spared
Oh, good.
spared the intenseness, whereas
Good.
Michelle's in the heart of it.
Yeah, it was so interesting. I had gotten this message that's like, Michelle, you need to go get gas. And I'm like, go get gas and fill it up. Normally, I don't fill it up because I don't really drive all that much. So I was like, okay, I'll fill it up. What happens 2 days later? The floods happen. The gas price kind of went up, and it's people are getting gas. It's literally taking like 20 minutes to maybe
And some
30 minutes to get to the pump to
here
even
in the
fill
Okanagan, we
gas.
didn't have gas for about two days.
Oh, wow. Wow. Let's see here. So I want to just, Annie brought this to my attention before we did the broadcast. Lately, Soul Treats has been getting a lot of people coming into our lives, offering people readings. I want to let you know right now, they are not with Soul Treats. So please ignore those. I will do my best to ban them and delete their comments, but sometimes I can't catch it fast enough. Last time we had quite a few. So please ignore them. They're not with Soul Treats. And we have quite a few more people coming on. So we have, let us know where you're from.
South Africa.
Sinazo. Did I pronounce that right? Sinazo? Hello from South Africa. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much, Kenton. Really appreciate it. We definitely need
Thank
it.
you.
Jacqueline, hello. Welcome. Welcome to Soul Treats. I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome. Let us know where you're from. Ada!
Hi, Ada.
How are you, Ada?
Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Mary.
Ada's in California. Ada, where are you in California? I didn't know that about you. Reese was saying that I had a couple after I won the thing with you. So many fake people. Yeah, please disregard the messages that come through. So, you received 3 requests for the reading last Sunday. I'm really sorry. So yeah, I apologize. They are not with Soul Traits. So if I do connect with you, it's basically a thank you for coming on. I'm not someone who's going to solicit you for readings or anything like that. What does Ivy have?
Ivy's from Haida Gwaii. Wow.
You're currently in Nanaimo. That's just a little ferry ride away from me. How long is that ferry ride to Nanaimo? An hour?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Yeah. I love riding the ferry. Okay. All right. So one more time before we get started, hashtag soul to win a 1-hour reading with Annie. And I'm going to just pull up my PayPal here. One second. So Reese, you know what? I'm going to pick you today for the first reading Annie's going to do, but I'm going to have her introduce herself before we get started.
Awesome. Hi, Reese. But yeah, as Michelle was saying, I'll just introduce myself, and before I even do that, I want to give a strong shout out to Michelle for providing a forum for all of us to explore today. And so regularly, Soul Treats is just such a wonderful forum for people like myself to reach out to new people. And through this, I've met so many wonderful, wonderful folks. So I always look forward to being on. So thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
It's incredible.
It's such an honor to have you here, and such a pleasure as well.
Thank you. And I don't know if everyone knows or not, but Michelle's an incredible energy healer. And whenever I'm on Soul Treats, and sometimes when we collaborate off of the Soul Treats forum, we'll do sort of readings and energy work together with people. So I'm going to encourage Michelle to pop in anytime she might feel that would be beneficial. And perhaps even encourage her to participate in the reading. So,
you know, I love you.
One of the things that, here, let me tell you first off what happens for me in a reading. I don't really know what to call myself I have a lot of tools in my toolbox. I use cards, I use palmistry, I do psychometry, I do a lot of different things. But the tools are really just a corridor to open up to spirit. Those sorts of things really are just help me relax into just receiving the messages. And sometimes the tools are not necessary at all, and I'm just receiving. And I can look a little bit odd to some people who are not used to this world I go into. I receive messages and they stack up on the right side of my head here. I feel them, and I guess I have a clear cognizance. So it's like a knowing. Energy is really important in readings for me because I feel that the body and the energetic systems of the body are in fact messengers for us. And so as the information stacks to the side of me, energetically, the things that are most important for that person at that moment in time kind of jumps to the top of the list of things to talk about. So if at any point in time I stop and kind of look over to my right, it's because that the messages are jostling for position. Sometimes they after some things are said, sometimes they change position. So just to give you the heads up with that. Now, Reese, we are beginning with you, and do you have any specific questions you'd like to explore today? Just to clarify, I don't consider myself a fortune teller, and I don't really, I'm here to explore the energies around anything that's important to you and help people move forward in a way that uplifts their soul. So if there is a specific question, I'd be happy to provide clarity around that. But however, if you are interested in just sort of a general what's kind of happening in my world, I'd be happy to do that as well. So Reese, are you going to come on screen with me, or do you want to just give your question in the
You don't need to be on video or audio. He's got that question there, but it's kind of nice to be able to connect to you that way. So Reese is there anything you can guide me forward? I'm happy to hear what you have to say.
Okay. So yeah, on sort of live broadcasts, these sorts of things can be really personal. So I understand. Whenever I feel the tug on my ear, sort of Carol Burnett style, it's like spirits coming through to just say, you know, this is there's probably some trepidation, which actually is my word of the day. And there's been a lot of trepidation around a lot of things. So, Reese.
Reese, are you being stubborn about something? Sorry, I know I'm kind of blunt. I understand personal stuff can be said, but I'm happy to have it shared. Okay.
There's a strong sense that comes forward, Reese, that there has been some plans that have been laid, that have been made, that there is a what is that? Okay. The energy around this is it's as though you're waiting to see what your request is going to bring back for you. There's been some plans that have been put into action. There's been a number of different things that have been happening for you in which you're trying to integrate a new way of being, a new enterprise, even a new. You've laid the plans for a lot of things, and the requests have been heard, and the order to the universe have been put into play. I hope that makes sense to you. Now, I believe you're in a waiting period, awaiting to see what those requests, how they were received, and whether the order is in fact correct. Now, the really interesting thing that I'm picking up is that while we place our orders to how we want our life to be, sometimes when we receive back the request, the order, when it arrives to us, there's a little bit of adjustment that needs to happen. And what I feel you need to hear right now is that while just acknowledge the fact that you are a creative, extremely creative person, and that what you are creating is coming back to you, but it's going to need adjustments. It's going to need to be refined, and it's going to need to be, let's just say, adjustments is good, because what you get isn't the end be all. You're going to need to make some, for whatever it is you're calling into play, you're going to notice that you've already advanced a little bit further from when you first requested that. So here we are, you've received something, there's a momentum, but you're going to need to ask for something further. Accept that you have been the creator of what's coming toward you, and recognize the power you have as a creator, and then also ask for the new subtle differences that you need for your life. Now, when I talk about you being a creator, you're in an incredibly creative phase. It's pregnant with possibility. It is forming and changing, and you're sort of in a state of being where it's happening without you having to do anything. In many ways, it's a letting go period. To let the naturalness of this creative source do its thing for a little while. You don't have to push. You don't have to take the reins. You don't have to be in control. Just be aware of what it is you're wanting. Yes, expanding yourself. You know, I feel as though this is on a number of different levels, some very practical levels, as well as spiritual levels. So enterprise and entrepreneurship is really strong, but also on the development phase of your personal expansion to there's something being born through you at the moment. So allow the naturalness of this process to work for you. And you don't have to be in such deep control over it. And maybe that's the piece that Michelle brings forward with the stubbornness. Like, in many ways, you're wanting it to look whatever this new way of being is for you, you're wanting it to look at a certain way. And this is going to just have a package that's a little bit different, and it'll be possible to adjust.
Can I add to that, Annie?
A super creative time.
This was my stubbornness. This card cracks me up.
Nope. Yeah, it's so true, isn't it? That the universe is providing something for you, and it's hard to accept it or to even notice that it's being offered.
I think my favorite thing about this card, though, is when it pops up, the wording that pops in my head is like, "Take the effing cup already." Like, but Reese, this one came up as well, which was the Wheel of Fortune, and for me, this was just basically saying to let the flow happen naturally. because you are in this kind of flow that's happening right now. When you mentioned that you had plans on hold, this card was there, and it was kind of reminding me there was a halt in something, but definitely let things flow naturally. The anxiety card came up, this one here, you can see it. So I want to just tell you to breathe through this, and you and I need to schedule a session. I haven't forgotten about you, so if you can connect with me afterwards, that would be great. Oh, my lighting's now off with those cards. But definitely, did you have any further questions for Annie? And Ivy, thank you so much for your donation. Let me know if you'd like to pop on video or audio. Come on, camera. There we go. Now, is this your wedding that you were planning, or are you a planner, wedding planner? Of course, we can connect afterwards. Thank you. Yeah, send me a message. Annie, I would like to know, is my heart healed? Is this where I find my happiness? Ah, so is this why this card came up?
So Spirit actually, Reese, Spirit comes forward to say you already know the answer to that. That it be a question that you have for me is very, very indicative of the fact that there is some healing still to do. I don't believe that that a wedding is the basis of your happiness. I believe that it's something that could be beautifully enjoyed and delighted in, but happiness the wedding will be a reflection of how you feel about things within you first. So turn that around and look at what's happening inside before you use things outside of yourself to provide the happiness for you. It's a backward way of approaching things, and the creative aspect of the wedding, I think, is going to really blow your skirt up. I believe that there's a lot of excitement and expression that can be done in those plans, but it is not the source of your happiness. Thank you. Spirit comes through to say what you're hoping to achieve, the feelings you're hoping to achieve through the wedding are possible without the wedding. And if that is an indicator of what needs to happen in order for you to be happy, it's a backward way of approaching it. So this is where an adjustment needs to occur. Check in, find the peace within you, find the joy within you, and if that is difficult for you, that's another question. That's another question about what to do, how to move forward to really encourage that joy from within. I hope that makes sense. Is the spirit happy for me? And are they able to pass messages to the other side? This is a really interesting question, because it suggests that you feel that you're not able to do that yourself. I believe you have that ability within you, And the spirit within you is always speaking to the other side. It's opening up, finding tools that open you up to feel connected to the other side. Just like the happiness piece, it's really simply you lining up the opening to trust, to belief, to hearing. It's learning about where your talents lie. And one of the things that I feel is going to be a really interesting point of reference for you for this next period of your life, it's going to be learning how to do that. There's a brand new learning about to happen, and this is being born within you. This is the piece of that creativity we're talking about, the one that is going to expand your next phase. I hope that makes sense, Reese. Anything to add to that, Michelle?
I just feel that Reese does need to connect with me for an energy session. And I just feel we need to kind of walk through a little bit of a meditation to kind of ease some internal stuff that I'm picking up on you.
You're welcome.
A little bit of that kind of anxiety, and I'm feeling like there's a little bit of self-doubt that's there as well, Reese. So definitely send me a message after the broadcast so we can get this booked in. Alrighty, and we've got Ivy backstage, so I'm going to go ahead and
good.
Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Thanks so much for coming. I hope you had an amazing birthday. You had a little extra special in it. Let us know how you're doing. Okay. And this is Reese, always self-doubt, and it's always been something with me. Yeah. So we'll get connected, and we'll work on that a little bit with the energy work that we'll do together. Okay. Here's Ivy. Let me get her added. Thank you, Reese.
Ivy.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Okay.
Good to see you.
You mentioned something in the comments. Hold on. Let me find it. Because I feel like congratulations are in order. Is this correct?
Yes.
You got your Master of Attunement. Woohoo! Fantastic. So you are now a Master Reiki healer. Is this correct?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I see you on Soul Treats in the future.
Woo-hoo.
It's funny because I mentioned to you, just earlier in the broadcast that there was a message for you, and I actually saw you, me, and Nita together on a broadcast.
That is so cool.
Just saying. So yeah. We should make that happen.
I think so.
Well, right. I really see, Ivy, that the accomplishment you're speaking of, it really took you to some depths within you, and I believe that that was not easy. That there was some deep cobwebs and some deep corners you went into, and it took a lot to get you there. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I really feel this is a moment for celebration. Like, celebrate yourself for having the courage to do what you needed to do to get to where you are, because I'm really picking up that this is a very, very valuable series of events that you went from one thing that opened up to another thing that opened up another door that opened up to another corridor, and you kind of went down the rabbit's warren, and it wasn't easy. You needed to really activate a strong sense of courage and bravery in doing so. The energy around that's really obvious to me. And I just want you to, if it's hard to, thank you. I'm told that you don't toot your own horn. So even just putting this message out there talks about you opening up to giving your own self a pat on the back, which is not like you normally. Is that true?
Because I haven't really told many people that I have my master's, or even.
You just did it. You just did it live.
Hey everybody, Ivy has her master's certificate. Woo!
Congratulations. And
I was just being big Ivy. I didn't tell anybody that I was a healer for like a really long time.
So what I'm seeing though is the path that it took you to achieve the certification opened up something else which is just as valuable, which is self-recognition. This pride within yourself, in trusting yourself. It's very, very important. I can't tell you how much I'm feeling that incredible pull. Now, I'm also got a number of other things that are pressing. So the certification, yay, keep going, pat yourself on the back, do all of that, and just really acknowledge the growth there. So that's one thing. Next thing up is there's a sense of ease amongst your family at the moment. Do you understand what I mean when I say that? That things are calm within the family, and that it's as though everyone's cup is full, and that makes you really confident, comfortable. And it's like once they're taken care of, you can do some things for yourself. And this is a time when, all of a sudden everybody's taken care of. So which means that the focus gets put back on you now. Do you understand what I mean when I say that? So throughout the whole certification process and going into those corners and crevices, there was one door that hasn't been opened yet. And now that things have been settled, your family's taken care of, you've got this move forward movement happening in your expansion as a spiritual person. It's now time to tackle the big one. And does that make sense to you?
Yes, and I'm ready for the next steps.
This next one it deals with a heartbreak. But you have created a validation within yourself that by going through all those other doors that you went through and swept out the cobwebs from so many different places, you've got a validation that you're strong enough, that you're capable, that you can handle it, and that it's the energy around it's probably not nearly as potent as it was before those other rooms were cleaned out. Make sense? And I'm flooded with energy, Ivy. It feels as though there's a new confidence, and when this piece has a chance to heal, and I don't know how deep I should go into it, but I will just say that your trust will be reenacted in other people. You will regain a sense of being able to trust people. You will regain your faith in certain situations. How about I just say that? Make sense?
It does. Yeah.
It's my heart's just like tingling with anticipation for what will come from doing that piece for you. Very excited for you. And you're totally ready, totally capable. I just can't wait for you to embark upon it. Now, do you have any questions?
Do you mind if I add something just really quick?
Oh, of course, Michelle.
What I want to say to you, and I just wrote it down, is you're a lot up here. And I want you to bring all of this down to your heart to get that settled. I want you to try to have courage that you need to progress. Okay? It will improve day by day, Ivy. I promise you that. It will improve day by day. Bring everything here down to the heart and do your best to get that sorted.
Ivy,
I feel that's kind of like a little bit of a missing piece to this whole amazing puzzle that you've designed and created and put
can
together.
you put your hands up, Ivy? You can continue, Michelle. I just want to look at her hands. Okay. Thank you. You can relax. Are you finished, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Getting into your heart shouldn't be that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You've got earth hands that there could be some tendency to have fire hands, but earth hands are your predominant hand type, and an earth hand is very physically oriented. So it's not comfortable to be in your head. Your head, it's a tool. It helps you with the puzzles of life, but your main guidance system is in the body. So it's like to do what Michelle is saying, to go from the head and into the heart, it's like activating that brain that is in, I'll just show you where I feel it. It's right here, right under the breastbone. And it acts like a flower, or it kind of crushes in. So it either opens up or goes in. So that's my being an earth hand, fire hand myself. My very first consideration is what I'm feeling in that spot. Then you can go back up into the head and say, what's my next? Where do I go? Like the practical things are done up here, but the big things are activated through that intuitive spot. And it'll send you on a track that leads you to a place that's closer to who you really are. First, give this a chance to just show you what it's trying to say, and it will make all the difference in the world. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, and I can't wait.
Pardon me?
I can't wait.
Awesome.
Too much in my head.
Yep. And so whenever you find yourself up here, trying to calculate and make your big decisions from here, just drop out of it and say, what's happening in my body? What's happening? Is it opening up? Because when it opens up like a flower, that's positive. It means it's a yes, go this way. If it shuts down, it's a negative. Don't go that way. And if it doesn't feel good, if it does this, don't do it. Start there. If it does this, don't do it. You might just not be ready, because there'll be a time when it'll be very obvious with the opening. And it's time to trust it. If you had air hands, you'd have a completely different message here, but you have earth hands. You are a very physically oriented spiritual being.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you need to weave in the feminine side just a little bit more, Ivy, for the situation.
That's about the body, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's about the body.
I'm feeling it like on the left side of me. So yeah, we can definitely send me a message.
And if you're on a spiritual path, what comes forward for me, if you're looking for a direction, see how it feels to explore yin and yang, the concepts of that, the yin yang symbol and the yin yang of life, and the yin, it's like the balance of life and balancing the masculine, feminine energies within us. And it might be a really nice path of exploration for you. Okay? All the best to you, sweetie. Hope that serves.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations again. Definitely
Thank you,
connect with
Michelle.
me on Messenger so we can
Okay.
we can kind of weave this thing together for you, and I will reach out to Nita.
I'd like to be in touch too.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye. You too.
So Deborah Connors has donated, but I put a message in the feed there to see if you wanted to go audio or video. Are you there, Deborah? Let me know that you're here. Let me see if I can send you a message. I'm okay either way. Okay, fantastic. So here is the link. So if you can click on that and join us in the broadcast. In the meantime, while we're waiting, I'm just going to add this to the screen. So Annie's giving away a 1 free hour reading. And I see that there's 7 people have entered so far. We do have quite a few people in the broadcast. So please, if you're interested, type #soul. Don't put any emojis or anything like that because it won't count you. So #soul. Hi, Tony. Thanks for coming. It's good to see you again. Whoops. There we go. Tony Costa. Great. There we go. People are starting to pop on now. I see it. You're welcome, Ivy. Don't forget to connect. Alrighty. Hi, Kathleen Lynn. I don't think I've seen you on Soul Treats before. This is your first time. Thank you so much for being here. Melanie, hi. I didn't see you earlier in the comments. I don't think you made a comment. I think you just made one now. So welcome back to Soul Treats. Oh, you're welcome.
Michelle, who is the next person up?
The next person is Deborah Connors.
Okay, just aligning with it, with that.
Okay. Oh no, Tony lost internet. You're back, Tony. Ada, okay. Thank you, Ada. We'll get you on the list here. And let me know if you want to go audio or video. And Deborah's trying to connect right now.
Okay.
So once again, #soul in the comments, and that'll enter you in for a 1 hour reading with Annie. Tony says big energy on live. You know, Tony, before we went on, I was telling Annie that the energy was already so intense before we even went live. Like,
I'm feeling
incredible.
This need to keep everything really low. Like sometimes the energy, I get really excited during the lives. The call today is just to keep things woo, level.
I was like,
hope it's not boring.
while the intro was going, I'm like, breathe.
Yeah, I'm right with
Kind
you
of
there.
a little bit. Yeah, it was really intense.
Keep it low, on the low.
Keep it on the low. All right, so
Deborah's having difficulty.
maybe she's still trying to connect. Tony says that we're having snow here in Portugal.
Oh, wow. Oh, Portugal.
I haven't been. I will need to.
I'm anxious to get started for Deborah. I
Okay.
have a question for her.
All right. Kathleen wants to know, how can I make a donation? So at the bottom of the broadcast, there is a link that's pinned. I will type it here so that you can just click on it. Oh, here we go. We've got a spammer. Block. Thanks for coming. Okay, PayPal me, Soul Streets. There we go. There you go, Kathleen. It's posted at the bottom of the comments, but then I just posted it in the comments as well. Okay, so I'll get you on the list. Thank you so much.
And please, everyone, please ignore any spammers who might be offering readings. We're not offering readings in the chat boxes. That's not how we do it here. So if you are approached by anyone offering you a reading, that's not us. That's not us. That's not Soul Treats.
And we don't offer it afterwards. You will not get a message from me saying, hey, let me do a reading on you. So Deborah wants to know if she can come back in a minute.
Yes.
Absolutely can. So we can do the next one if you like.
Sure.
Which is Ada. And Ada, can you follow the StreamYard link so that we can get you on video? Please and thank you.
Okay, Ada, I have a question for you. Is it you who is dealing with family stuff, things regarding the family? I'm just trying to understand where the energy is that I'm picking up. This feels a bit chaotic, so I want to make sure I'm connecting with you properly. Are you concerned, or is there something about your family life that you would like clarity around? Is that you? Trying to get on, I guess.
Love the Facebook delay.
Yeah.
Ada.
Okay, well, what I'll do while we have this open space is give sort of a general reading to the group.
I want to ask Ada, what are you wishing for, Ada? I feel like there's like this wish you're wishing for.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you wishing for?
Especially if it's around family. I just want to give a shout out to everyone who was watching, and that one of the general energies I'm picking up, not just for this, everyone who's showing up on this live today, but also within our communities, within our what's happening in the world, what's happening all around us. It feels as though things are really rough, feels as though things are really bad or wrong, but it's not true. And when we are able to tap into the inner strength within us, we know that strength through the strength of our conviction, through the strength of our belief in how the universe is working within our favor, that when we can approach times like this with the power of trust and faith within what is happening, we align with the law of attraction. We create the world where we are developing. There's no question we're on a paradigm shift. And what I would like for everyone that's listening today to hear from this message is tap into that part of you that absolutely knows without a shadow of a doubt that we are in the moments of expansion, and expansion is good. At the same rate that things are crumbling, there is extreme awakening happening all over the world. So you cannot move from one paradigm into an expanded paradigm without having some challenges in your physicality, in the physical nature of the world. Just tap into that inner strength of trust and knowing that all is well. All is well. Thank you.
Oops, I think I did it right. Okay, but where are you? You're not backstage. Tony says, while we're waiting, Tony says, new awakening into the new world order, fifth dimensional. Let's see who popped on. There's Ada.
It's really true, Tony. And hopefully we'll connect a little bit. You know.
Ada, can I just ask you, are you wishing for something?
Oh, just been working on my health. That's all.
Okay.
Wishing to quit smoking.
Yeah, there was something like you're like wishing for something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find things to be able to help me as I try to quit smoking. You know, I've been some teas I bought and things.
Now here's something silly that my friend did. She smoked for a really long time, and as she tried to quit, she actually used lollipops because they had a stick at the end, and so it helped with that sensation. Like, I'm not trying to tell you to do lollipops or create more sugar into your system, but that kind of helped her with that sensation. But
Ada, is it your health that you're wanting to explore today?
Yeah, we can. I'm pretty sure my thyroid isn't working right. And so my vacation technically starts tomorrow. So I'm going to go to the doctor this week. I've been doing some research on it, you know, what to eat, what not to eat. Until I could get I'm assuming they'll put me on some type of hormone therapy of some sorts.
Okay. I'm receiving some messaging that in regards to smoking. So understand that smoking has helped you in many ways to shift your state.
Oh.
I'm picking up that it's been used as a way of stepping out of one state of mind into another. Do you understand what I mean when I say that?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It helps you to a number of different things. Not only does the act of doing it kind of move you into a new sort of more sensual vibe of yourself, where you get into your feeling a little bit more. It also gives you an opportunity to separate out from the situation you're in. Like, you usually have to extract yourself from, let's say you're in a meeting with someone, and you need to remove yourself in order to have that. And you'll notice that if you didn't have the cigarette, you would not have an excuse to extract yourself from that environment. And it's very, very important that you listen to that call. Like, it's become easiest to use the smoking to help you change your environment and change your state. So as you move forward in this journey of you're still going to want to change your state no matter what. That's who you are. That's a natural thing. It's like that glass of wine at dinner time. It signifies that you're moving from the early part of the day into the latter part of the day. It's the same idea. But what will be extremely beneficial to you is if you find if you're aware of when the state change needs to happen,
Yeah.
and then find an alternative for that state change, you'll end up satisfying yourself, and you probably won't notice the cigarette not being there. But the trick is noticing when the state change is necessary, and when you need to remove yourself from the energies of the other people you're around, or the environment you are finding yourself in. Sometimes it might be that you need to find people to be around. Whatever, it's becoming more in tune with the energies you're experiencing, being aware and conscious of what's happening for you, so that you can do what you need to do before you utilize the I guess I don't want to use the word crutch because it's always what we say about cigarettes, but understand that they've provided you a very helpful thing. So if you can take the stigma away from it having been a bad thing, and just understand that you need to give yourself what they were giving you before it turns into the cigarette.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
It does. When I came out here, I came out to help my best friend help take care of her mom.
Yes.
And I was here for a few months, and then her mom passed.
Okay.
And then my best friend was diagnosed with colon cancer at already stage 4 when they found it. So I kept her home. I took care of her here until she passed away.
Wow.
So because I don't have friends here or anything, and I don't get out much, I would use the cigarette. That would be my little escape. You know, I'd go out to the patio just so I could separate myself from that.
And you can see how it was used. Separate yourself from the situation, and also don't underestimate.
Oh no, Annie froze.
Yeah.
She'll be back in a second. Ada. So I smelled like this flower. Do you get like a scent of flower around you sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay. Because when you mentioned that person, the scent of flower just came in so strongly. Did that person like a particular flower?
She loved sunflowers, and we have up front of the apartments here, there's like rose bushes, and
yeah, it almost feels more, it smells more like a rose, almost like and I don't know why pink is coming to mind, but it smells like a pinkish rose. So I just need to tell you, when you get that scent, how often do you get it? Because that's somebody that's around you.
Often.
Yeah.
Even at work.
Really strong
even at work, I can smell it.
Okay. Yeah. So there's definitely somebody around you. They're not telling me who they are, but they presented that really, really strong floral scent. And I don't know why they're giving me the pink. It's more of a pink flower, and it's a very soft, subtle scent. It's not like very perfumey. So, okay. So
and with that, it's hard to tell because my mom and my Aunt Ernestine loved roses. And my mom, when I was younger, used to wear like a rose perfume.
So the pink is really standing out. I don't know if that can give you a difference between the two, but man, that floral scent was strong. It was just like, bam.
Yeah. I know, it comes out of nowhere, because last year I caught COVID. So it's been a year now since I've caught it, and I still don't have my smell very well.
You don't? Oh, wow. Okay. But you can smell. You can smell the flowers, though, right? You can.
Yeah.
So just be aware when that floral scent comes. Freaking, it's intense. That I don't know which one's around you. They're not telling me, but that floral scent for sure. Keep an eye on it, and maybe when it comes around, ask who that is.
Okay.
because it's strong. Somebody's trying to get your attention.
All right.
Yeah. Annie, you're back. We lost
I don't know
you.
what happened.
I was just telling Ada, like when you guys were talking, all of a sudden this massive whiff of this floral scent came through, like it was bam, which is in my face. So I'd asked Ada if she's noticing that, because I feel like somebody's trying to connect with her and they're giving her that scent to do it, but I'm not too sure who it is. They're not telling me.
I also believe that senses will help in the smoking situation too. It's to utilize, I'm picking up the same thing that Michelle is. It's like a super florally,
It's very soft.
like a lilac-y, wildflowery kind of scent. And while it may be that you are being contacted,
Mm-hmm.
it is likely that they're also encouraging scents to help you with this process. What I was saying when I got cut off was that the breath, the deep breathing that you do when you've removed yourself, you go outside and you get some fresh air. You're getting fresh air. You are concentrating your focuses on your breath in a unique way, and that can continue. And in order to change your state, you may need to use something else that helps you to bridge over onto that state change. Like whenever you smell it, you relax the body, take some deep breaths, and it's just catching it at the right period, at the right moment in time, and to notice how you're feeling in any given environment. That you need breaks. You're an extremely sensitive person, and the energies of the room are very, very potent to you. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
So you utilize your sense of smell to help you move and change your state, and recognize when you need to get out of a space just to take a break.
Yeah.
Cigarettes are perfect for that. You know, even at work, they are perfect for taking a break when you need a break.
Yeah.
So in a way, when you feel like the cigarette, try introducing another state change option.
Okay.
Now, backing up to the floral scent, are you picking up, Michelle, a sort of a natural flower scent?
Yeah, it's more of
like
a
local
it's a soft
flower?
scent. It's a soft scent like a rose, and I was given the pink color for some reason. So I'm just not getting who the person is. So I apologize on that, Ada, that I can't tell you which one of the two.
It feels to me, Ada, as if it's like nature-oriented, like something you might have smelt in a yard, or in like an old garden. You know, the combination of springtime. And if you're relating that to a person, whenever I smell that smell, it's usually of a certain generation who may have tended their own garden. Does that make sense to you in some way?
Yeah.
Whom that might be?
My Aunt Ernestine had a big rose garden before she passed away, but she traveled around a lot. And so she had roses that they didn't have patents on anymore, and she would dig them up and take it with her.
Oh, wow.
She had roses that were like 60, 70 years old that you can't even come across anymore.
That's really, really cool. And somebody who knows a little bit about roses, the old roses have a more potent smell.
It was strong. It was like, bam, here you go.
I also pick up lilac, and I'm not really sure why that is, but it's like an outdoor, in the garden kind of smell, and not an exotic flower. This is a very, very something you would smell in the evenings, and almost like rose water would be worn, and this is somebody who's here to help you with your health. This is somebody who's here who cares for you, and I would imagine that this person also understands smoking. Was she a smoker? Do you know? Your Aunt Ernestine?
No, she was allergic to everything. She was actually allergic to flowers and animals. You name it, she was allergic to it. But she still had it anyway.
I feel like you need to connect with her, though.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. She'll help the process, help you be.
Mhm.
I'm not sure why I feel like she was a smoker.
She may have in her younger days.
She understands the connection, the draw, the pull, and you're likely to find you're going to become more sensitive too.
Yeah, I'm getting allergic to a lot of stuff too.
So this is a time to really look at the way you think about things.
Mhm.
That while it feels like a very physical kind of piece to your health, it's emotionally oriented. It's how you feel. Your feelings are your key. And moving into this next phase, if you make how you feel your main point of interest and concentration, it will help you in this journey. And it will help you with everything about the body.
All right.
Ada, I just want to add, it's interesting because it's the same sensation I got with Ivy. I feel like you're in your head a lot with things.
Yeah.
Even with your abilities, I feel like you're in your head a lot. And I'm hearing it's time to move them forward. I don't know if that's a message you need to hear, but I feel like it's a time to move it forward. But this is going to assist you with. It's almost as though I feel like you're telling yourself some stories a lot of different stories in your head as to why this and why that.
Yeah.
And I think it's time for you to tune in to your abilities so that you can hear the truth versus these stories. If that makes sense at all.
Yeah. I've done spiritual work ever since I was a little kid, and growing up. And then something happened in the family, and I just stopped going to church, and I stopped doing any type of spiritual healing. So it's been 20 years since I've actually been out there, and it's always been like one-on-one with somebody, like at church. So, and then with the whole online thing, it's like completely different, but it's like something holds me back, but then as I'm growing up and doing this stuff in my spiritual life, help healing others. I have that faith. I mean, there's I feel there's nothing God can't do, so I don't know why I don't know if it's self-doubt for moving forward, or if it's just been too long since I've actually done it, and then putting myself out there.
May I give you something that's coming forward? The fact that you're requesting your a raise in energy around your health, an increase in vibration.
Mm-hmm.
This card that I've pulled always signifies to me that the person I'm reading is coming like this with the physical and with their spiritual. Those two parts of you are coming together. So what the pull and the drive to become more in your body, to understand your health better, is also occurring for you spiritually. So understand that just this asking that's happening for you, it will be answered. What you focus your attention on, you will get more of. So don't worry about the past 20 years. It's only right now. Keep to what's happening for you right now, and understand that dealing with your physical is in fact dealing with your spiritual as well, because the body follows the spirit. When something is out of alignment within us, or else we find ourselves addicted to something, it is a reflection of a misalignment within us. So when we come into alignment within the body, it comes through a spiritual method, and the body follows. The health of the body follows. So interestingly enough, I would suggest doing what you are called to do on any given day. In that, if it feels like you want to do some digging spiritually, if you're called to that, do it. If you're called to a more physical approach to life, do it. But realize, keep in mind all the time that those two things are intertwined completely. And it's your consciousness that surrounds both of it, of what you're doing, that the intent is that you're growing and expanding as a spiritual human. So spiritual human is a bit of an oxymoron. I'm not sure if that's the right use of the word, but in order to be human, you have to be physical. And in order to be human, you have to be vibrational. So it's like a coming together of both of those things. And that you're asking is everything. It's a journey in consciousness, being conscious of what's happening for you at all times.
Yeah.
And are you still on your own a lot?
Yeah, I am.
I'm picking up that's probably a good thing right now, because I feel that it's very easy for you to put everybody else ahead of yourself. And right now, if you're just on your own, you're going to be able to listen to the call within you more clearly. Yeah. So don't worry. You're not going to be on your own and isolated forever. It's just a period of time, and it's a gift for you to be able to listen, because you've been listening for other people's. You've been taking care of others.
Yeah.
Now's the time to take care of you.
And with this care, Ada, do you have rose water by chance?
I had some, but I ran out.
Okay. Because I'm hearing that you need to use, I keep getting this message, use the rose water, use the rose water.
I made some rose tea with the pink rose bush up front. I made my own homemade rose petal tea, but I made it too strong. Okay. So I was experimenting with it, but it was helping detox my body.
So isn't that interesting? And it was a pink rose, you said?
Yeah, it was pink. Okay. There's one pink rose bush out there that smells really good, like you were talking about. Okay. And then there's a white one and 3 red ones.
So this makes sense. But what I'm getting with use the rose water. So one, that's great that you're doing that for your health, but I'm also getting use it on you to represent the unconditional love that you require for this. You need to love yourself unconditionally to get you through this.
Okay.
But the rose water is super important. Super important.
Okay.
And the unconditional love that I think you're speaking of will encourage a state change. It will take you from being, doing the dishes kind of state to seeing the higher picture and perhaps the beauty of doing the dishes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like it doesn't change what you do, but it sure changes how you feel about it.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that serves.
Yeah, I hope that helps you today.
Yes, it does. Very much so.
And you know how to reach me anytime, right?
Yes, dear.
Okay. Anytime you want to pick up that cigarette, just be like, "Hey, Michelle," and I'll know what that is.
Yeah, right. Well, thank you both very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thanks for being
Nice
here.
to hang with you.
And I just want to give you a shout out, Ada, for just all your support for this community. Not only Soul Treats, but you're on different other people's lives and stuff. And I just want to truly thank you for your support for all these other readers that you're helping with your donations and getting your readings. So thank you for always being there for people.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
It makes me happy to be able to do that.
Yeah. Have a great Sunday.
You too.
Bye. Alrighty. So Deborah's been really patient waiting for us. Deborah, I'm going to bring you on in just 1 second. And I just want to give a couple of shout outs, Annie, while we clear that energy. So it's still quite strong, that floral energy there for me anyhow. Let me just go here to the comments. So we've got Deborah Connors, and then we have Kathleen that's up. And Kathleen, I posted the link so that you can go video or audio. And Tony, thank you so much for all your messages here. I would love to know if it seems as though you've got abilities as well. So thank you for all your information here. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you so much for being here. And Anne, thank you so much for being here. I don't think I've seen you before, Anne. So if this is your first time, welcome to Soul Traits. Thanks so much for watching. And let's see here. There was another one. Sorry, I'm just going through all the comments here. Nicole, thanks for coming back, Nicole. It's good to see you. The A-team, woohoo! Thanks. Let's see here. All right. So I just want to remind everybody that Annie is doing a little contest here. It's for a 1-hour reading with Annie. So definitely pop in the comments, #soul. Don't use any emojis or anything like that, just like it is on the screen. And I see there's 10 of you that have already entered. So if you can definitely do that. Oh, I see another one. Nicole says, dropped in a bit later, but always nice to see everyone. Yeah, thanks for being here, Nicole. Okay, so I'm going to bring Deborah on. And Kathleen, I see you're backstage. So if you can hang out there until we're done with Deborah, and then we'll get you on. We're just going to mute your mic. And Kathleen Boyle, you need to do #soul, all in lowercase, please. And that will get you in the contest. Okay, let's bring Deborah on.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks so much for popping on with your video. I love it.
You don't even want to know. 2 computers, an iPad, and a phone later. We got this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for your persistence.
Thanks.
So did you hear my question earlier? Are you dealing with something happening within the family?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a strong energy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels as though, well, I guess I shouldn't just jump in. How do you want to start?
I'm okay with wherever it feels like it's going, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay,
So,
good.
yeah, yeah, because yeah, you're going to feel what you're going to feel, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll pitch in where needed. So we're good.
So when I knew that I was reading for you, I wasn't exactly sure if this was for you because there were so many people.
Yeah.
You know, the energies were all mixed up, but family. There's a lot happening within the family, and I feel as though you are a touchstone. You are a solid within that family system. Um, Solid like a mountain. You know, there's a sense that you have to figure it all out, that you are the one who sorts out everyone's lives, and it feels nearly impossible to do that right now. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
So,
mean, yeah, just being, yeah, I'm reaching out to a lot more people. Like there's a lot of family members and stuff with illnesses and things, and they're far away from me. So I just try to keep up as much as possible.
so it's a really wonderful, okay. Something news just popped up to the top of the list for me. And what are you being called to someone at the moment? Do you need to drop some things that you're doing in order to go help someone?
No, it's more of a very personal thing with me, an immediate person with me that's not
Okay.
here anymore. So
This
the connection.
this sensation is now is okay. This can be looked at from two different perspectives. Let's call one financial and one relationship oriented. So there's two ways that this message can be received. And maybe both of them are necessary, or maybe just one. So this is a time to understand the energy of giving and receiving. It may feel as though you are on the giving end, giving, or consistently receiving, one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
There is a cycle that you're stepping into. So if it feels heavy in one department, that the giving is heavy on your end, for instance, that is going to come back to you in some way. It may not come back to you in the way you want it to, but you will be on the receiving end, because that's just the nature of energy. It's what you give out, you're going to receive. Now, if we look at that in terms of finances, I'm picking up that this is not a time to hold your finances close to yourself. You may need to spend a little bit in order to have a return. So the same thing goes for relationships. You might need to spend a little of your emotion in order to receive something in return. Do you understand? Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm a pretty private person. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just want to make sure I'm getting, I'm reaching you. You don't have to divulge anything.
Yeah.
So I want to just check one thing out. Something that's making it difficult for you to connect on oh, what a beautiful cat.
They come here every time I sit in my son's room.
Right on.
Yeah.
This is a time of deep introspection for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it may feel as though relating to other people is not the easiest thing. But you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing by connecting in first before having your, before engaging in relationships. This is imperative for you to align so that you're saying the right thing to the right person at the right time. I'm feeling like there's a lot of things up in the air within your family. When I say family, people within your sphere, your loved ones, your peeps. Your bubble, your circle.
Yeah.
It's really important to remain connected and in alignment at any given stage of when you're relating to others. It's going to make all the difference in the world. Do you meditate?
Yeah, my first week I fell asleep at every session. I'm doing much better now.
Yeah. But falling asleep is a part of giving yourself the opportunity, right? You know, the body's not used to sitting still, especially yours. You've been on the go for a long time.
Oh, you can see that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you've been on the move for a long time, and you coming into alignment, this introspective, this meditative energy you're bringing forward into your family, people aren't going to know what to do with it for a bit.
No. Now, most of them don't know about it, so.
Yeah, but they're going to experience the benefits of it.
Right.
And in many ways, it's going to show them how to take a breath too. You're teaching by example. You're not that you need to be teaching, but you are living by example, and you can't help but be a teacher within this family unit. It's very, you hold a very potent place for a lot of people in your life. You are a touchstone. You are a pillar. And their impression is that you're immovable, which is not true. You know,
No.
you're a soft human being. You are an energetic person, and what you put out is showing that you're very strong. But on another level, you don't feel that way. So this is what what I want to encourage is that compassion to the self. Be who you need to be, and then they will get the full you.
Yeah. The family part's not always just even your immediate family. There's a group I'm with that has really brought out a lot of my writing, and a lot of it's just been massively supportive, I think, for me and for them with some of the
Surprisingly so, huh?
things. That's what helping.
When you think that that you're going to be judged, or you're going to be that you're supposed to live up to a certain expectation, and then you don't follow through, you actually give everyone the opportunity to know the fuller you. That's what I pick up here, is that there's more to you than the stoic, the mountain, the pillar. There's a lot of depth, and it's like when there's a crack in it, people can see the soul self. Yeah. There's more to it. I hope that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
it seems a little bit cryptic the way it comes through.
Fell out recently, so yeah.
Pardon me?
I said the other half of my pillar fell out, so I'm kind of holding up it on my own.
I see.
Can I just add something? I wrote it down because the message just came in so quickly, and I wanted to make sure I didn't forget what it said. And Deborah, for some reason, I need to look directly at you.
I kind of got on here unexpectedly, but hi.
Like, I need to get to your soul level. I need to look in your eyes and look directly at you and say this to you. Okay. You have the strength to overcome anything. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm. I do. And I know I will. It's just a little rough right now.
It is. And I completely understand. And I felt the message. And that's why I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. I'm going to repeat it again. You have the strength to overcome anything. The rest of the message is that I don't know how you feel about angels, but there are angels that are sent
Mm-hmm.
to help you. Okay.
I'm getting a lot of that. And the same thing with the flowers constantly. It's pretty
So
darn amazing.
the angels, though, I just want you to let you know that, sometimes we want this kind of sign like, oh, here's this, here's that.
No.
I feel like the way it's going to be presented to you, it might be in words from someone, or it might be something that you read.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So listen closely because it's going to help make the way in love, they said.
Okay.
And love in this situation is just a really big word, but it's going to help make the way in love for yourself. Because I feel that's a missing kind of link for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
The love for yourself. But please remember, you have the strength to overcome anything. You absolutely do. Even though times might not feel like it,
Yeah.
you do.
Thank you.
You do. You're welcome.
So this is a card. I'm not sure if it relates very well on the screen, but really it's a crack. And the crack becomes an opening to the essence of who we are. It's like the Leonard Cohen quote, there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. But for what I'm feeling around this situation is that there's been a crack in an armor. There's been on that immense mountain of that solid strength, there's a crack. And it feels extremely vulnerable. It feels all of a sudden like things could just crumble all around you. But the crack is actually the gift. And while it feels like the last thing, it does not feel like a gift now, it is the opening to something very, very beautiful. So you're just really hot in the middle of it. Hang on, it'll reveal itself to you. And if you take nothing else away, other than that beautiful message Michelle had about it's possible to recover. You have that strength.
Mm-hmm.
This is also about there's a gift here. There's something trying to occur. You're being shown something more beautiful than you've ever experienced before, and it takes the crack in order to get it. It takes this experience, so it's supposed to be happening. It's supposed to be here. It's not wrong.
No, that's what I've heard. It doesn't make it easier, but it's what I've felt too.
So, but yeah, don't undervalue the process of what's happening.
And Deborah, what I'd like to do, if you're open to this, I just want to send you just a little bit of energy that's coming through. Like my hands are extremely hot right now for you. Let me know if you want to accept this or not. If you don't, that's fine as well. What I'm going to have you do, and I want to ask support for everybody who's here on the live just to sit. We're going to sit in just a little bit of silence for about a minute with you. Okay. So I'm going to have you sit back in your chair and I want you to close your eyes, but I just want you to put your hands like this on your upright, like this on your legs, on your thighs. And I'm just going to connect to that. Okay. And what I'm going to be doing with this energy is I just need to create this open flow for you because I feel there's some areas where you're kind of closing off. And yeah, here we go. And I just want everybody to take this time to assist Deborah with this opening that she requires to continue her strength. She's a very strong, strong person. I really envy that in you, Deborah, just to let you know. All right. Let's just take a moment, please. The cat wants to come in to bring the energy too. That's fine.
This is the one my son named, and he comes.
Oh, it just looked.
I might
Okay.
do this.
Okay, fantastic. I had my eyes closed. I didn't know the cat was there, but I felt some energy there. So thank you, cat. Do you feel any sensations on your hands right now?
More than my hands.
What about in your arms?
Arms, chest.
Okay.
Definitely my head.
Do you have any temperature change at all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Deborah, for allowing that to come through.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. Yes, cry. I opened you up a little bit more. That's what the energy was. So this is just a good release that let it out. Definitely let it out. If you find yourself more tears today, it's definitely, like I said, I have opened you up a little bit more to help you with this that you're keeping inside. And that temperature that you felt, that's kind of the opening that was happening. And hang out with that one cat a little bit more because that cat's got some amazing energy for you.
Yeah, it does, actually.
Yeah.
I have to share, PC. Oh, let's see there. My son has been with me all his life.
I can't hear you, sweetie. Can you say it again?
Yeah. He just passed transition, whatever, in July, 2 days before his birthday. He's lived with me all his life, and it's just been me and him for the last 8 years. He's the bravest person I know.
How did he pass?
He had a motorcycle accident in 2008, and then things after, he always smiled, always was okay, and he wound up getting, his stomach was paralyzed from his impact, so he had a feeding tube and a pacemaker in his stomach, and he just always had problems with it. And then last year at Thanksgiving, actually, he was in ICU, and they didn't expect him to come home. It was the third time I almost lost him. He did come home. I had him for another 6 months, and it made me realize just how hard he tried to hang on, because he was actually terminally ill, and we didn't know. All the doctors, all the blood work, I didn't find out till after he passed that he had kidney failure. And it was really very slow. And he apologized to me on the day before, on that morning, and said he wasn't going to make it through the night. And he apologized for not being able to be with me for his birthday.
Mm.
And it's been really hard. All my family's back on the East Coast. I'm here in California. They're in Boston. But there's some wonderful groups, and I've really gotten back into writing, and it's really poured out from that.
I keep
And I miss
hearing
them terribly.
the word strength. Like,
We've been both strong for a really long time, and like somebody said, we held each other up. And it's like, he's been my strength. We go places every weekend. We watched every sunset. And
yeah,
it's
it
like,
was
it's really
almost as
difficult.
though you're both teachers of the strength. Like, he learned the strength from you,
He
though.
he knew, and he was just, there was so much that he talked about beforehand that I am now learning about, that it's absolutely incredible. And this cat is the only one he has ever named of all the cats we fostered and everything. And that cat sits in the window every night and watches the sunset. And like, every time I log on and I'm doing some special in the history room, if I'm having a hard, difficult moment, that cat is always right here.
So
Like, I had
can
no
we
intentions of keeping them. He had a service dog, but like, okay, cat's here.
can we go back to what you said? Did you say that you're reading stuff?
I do read a lot.
You mentioned no, but you just mentioned though that you're reading some stuff.
I've posted quite a bit. I go in binges where I can't say I don't know I'm writing. The people that it's been massively, I've been reading some books with it, but I wouldn't even just say journaled. He's got 3 years, 4 years of everything he felt, everything he went through, and how many people he impacted online. He had nobody in person really, but he was available for anybody. He stayed awake 3, 4, 5 days in a row sometimes. And sometimes it was embarrassing, but he talked of everything he went through: chronic illness, anxiety, depression, almost, overdosing a couple of times because he had memory loss and he didn't know when he took and didn't take, and just the troubles he went through. And then his last few months, all of that was gone. He had so much from the impact, and just so much of that was all gone. He found himself. He was at peace. The pain was minimal. And he talked of spirits. His dog passed while he was in ICU last year at Thanksgiving. And he said his dog was his angel guide. And funny thing is both of them are female spirits. He wasn't gay or anything, but he told me his dog was a female spirit there. And he actually, when he came home from the hospital that last time, a few months before he passed, they were trying to say schizophrenic or something. He heard crying, and he said he heard the voices of children and souls that were crying, and he was supposed to protect them, and he had himself on a higher plane to try to protect and help, and that he was making things right. And he told me the day he passed, we were talking, and he goes, I wasn't supposed to be here this long. He goes, but I've been places and seen things I shouldn't have. He goes, but everything is okay now, and a lot of the children are okay, and you're going to be okay. This is nothing here.
It makes this card, me understand this card so much more
Makes
in
me
depth.
understand what I had said earlier too.
Yes.
Like, because the angels were sent to help you, and it might be in words from someone, right? Or it
Yeah.
might be words that you read, and you're reading his journals.
Yeah.
So there's messages in there for you.
I have to be prepared for it. Some of it is difficult.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, for, because we do this and what you guys do, you have no idea. I would not be here if I hadn't had a reading and known on things. I was not doing okay. And there was a reading, and it was just an online thing like this with the group. And she actually stopped for a minute. She goes, he likes that show you've been watching, the ones with the singers. And I'm like, what? I very rarely watch TV. He and I didn't that much. We're always out. We're always doing something, or playing video games. And I just stopped for a minute, and I'm like, okay, I that night just decided to sit and watch something for a minute. All 4 of the cats, I have 4 of them, not planned. all sat there with me, and the show came on. I had never seen it before. He passed in July. He talked about the show and how absolutely amazing it was, and that it gave me time to not be dwelling on this, just take away. And he talked about the show. That show did not premiere until September. My son passed in July. He told her all about the show, that he was sitting here with me watching this. And it wasn't even on when he was alive. That changed everything for me.
So may I pop in?
Yeah.
This makes so much sense to me, because the crack is it is about the crack in the armor of reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's the crack in the armor of the mountain, the immovable mountain. Imagine now that this is the crack creates an opening. The veil between here and the other side is very thin. It doesn't require a mountain. In fact, it's in the vulnerability, it's in the sensitivity, it's in the senses that you are opening up to the fullness of what this life is. And when I say the fullness of it, is that as you move forward, you'll understand more clearly that there is no death.
Right.
That there is a continuation of vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to feel the vibration of others, the mountain has to be softened.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot
It's
of
sort
years
of the only way. It's the only way to be able to be fluid enough to pass through, to open up to that corridor. And you're going to find tools that will help you do that. And if the grief is grief, that it takes the time it takes. But as you move forward, that will become easier, because you will understand that they never leave us.
I know.
It's human to miss the physicality. It's
Mm-hmm.
human. Accept it. Embrace the depth of your feeling. But it is opening something else up.
Yeah, I feel that. Just take a look. You're in a hurry. Like, okay, hurry up. I'm
Yeah.
doing everything I'm supposed to. Let's get there.
Yeah. It takes the time it takes. Anyway,
Thank you.
all the love, large
Yeah.
love.
I really like my kid. I'm lucky for that. So thank all of you.
Thank you so much for being here, Deborah. And
I
thank you for your
appreciate it.
patience for waiting as well. So
No, that was me trying to figure out which one of these was going to work today. He was massively into computers. He's got 6 in his room, 2 in mine, all these Alexa things all around the house. We had a power outage, and all of a sudden how he has it connected isn't working. So I don't always get all of them, and nobody knows how to fix it because he had his own servers and everything. And so I've got a room full of electronics that we can't quite get going. So I have to bounce and see which one will work that day. Sometimes one works, sometimes not. I'm sure he's thinking it's pretty funny.
And you don't need it.
No, I know. I know.
He doesn't need it anymore either.
No. Thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate
you're
this.
welcome. Have a great
Okay.
Sunday. Thanks for being
I
here.
will. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do we still have Kathleen?
We do. We have Kathleen. Thank you so much for being so patient, Kathleen. I'll get you popped on in just a second. I just wanted to let everybody know that the reading list is closed. But Cindy, I do see your donation. So Cindy, you're going to be our last reading. And I'm just going to give a shout out to everybody that's here. Thank you so much for still being here and listening to the amazing messages given today. And Anne, it is open donation. based, but I apologize. The reading list is closed right now, but definitely go to the Soul Treats page and follow the Soul Treats page so you can see what's upcoming. Lots of readers. Annie is usually towards the end of the month, I noticed, is kind of a
It's my thing.
So to get connected with Annie, I'm going to post her website here. There we go. You can connect with Annie at her website there. And for everybody who's new that popped on, because I still see a lot of you in the broadcast according to StreamYard, I'm going to post this here. So Annie is giving away a free 1-hour reading. So to be entered in this, you just need to enter in the comments #soul, just as it is on the screen, and no emojis or anything like that. I see there's 12 of you that have entered in so far, so definitely #soul. And at the very end of this live, the computer will generate the winner. So #soul. And Cindy, just let me know if you want to go video or audio. I'm going to post the StreamYard link here so that you can get backstage. And let's go ahead and pop on Kathleen, who's been waiting so patiently. There we go. Hi, Kathleen. Thank you so much for waiting so patiently.
Hi, Kathleen.
Welcome to Soul Treats.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Kathleen.
I'm not expecting to go on a camera, but I thought, oh well.
Oh, it's so great that you did. Thank you. It's easier to connect.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see you.
Yes. So thank you very much.
Kathleen, do you suffer from headaches?
I have in the past. Yes.
And is it are you experiencing sort of eye strain today?
I am.
Okay, yeah, I'm picking up some tension in the eyes, and especially just between the eyebrows.
Okay. Yep.
Like a frontal headache kind of thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels a little dull. It's like right in this kind of area.
Yep. I've got, and honestly, it's just a sinus thing. Everybody, I'm hunkered down, but it's only a cold and it's a sinus type thing right now. Yes.
I want to suggest something. I'm also picking up that you're parched, little bit dehydrated.
Yeah, yes, there is truth to that.
Yeah, so water, B vitamins, I think that would be super helpful for you.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm experiencing a real sensitivity to my vision, to my sight, to my eyes.
Yes.
I feel like just going like that.
Yep.
It's like almost like a little bit of granular sand in the eye kind of feeling.
Well, Annie's doing your reading. Do you mind if I do some energy work in this this area and this area? Okay.
Cool.
You can just hold your hands out on your legs like that, and I'll get connected with you.
Okay.
I'm really glad you're here. I feel as though there's some lovely messages that are available for you. Is there something you want to address today? Is there something specific?
Well, I think for me, the last, 6-7 months have been difficult. And I'm hoping I didn't go through everything for nothing. And there are good things coming.
Well, if I go to the cards and just kind of tell you the very first card that is the energetic explanation of what's been going on for you. I'm going to show it to you. It's called Judgment. Oops, Judgment. It's hard to see. However, it is about awakening. It is about consciousness, It is about coming expansion. It's about moving forward. Now, in complete alignment with what is happening in the world right now, so the macro, so the micro. I believe that you're experienced a sort of shutting down, very similar to what we had experienced pandemic-wise.
Okay.
That there was a closing off, a closing down. You know, everything stopped. All of the regular things that we were able to do, we weren't able to do. And so within your own little world, well, it's not little, but comparatively,
It's my own little world. Yes.
it's your own. In your own world, you had a shutting down too. The things that you relied upon and did, you weren't able to do. Is that correct?
I'd say yes.
So understand that it's absolutely natural and normal for you to have experienced it, and necessary. And maybe necessary is the more potent word of that, because necessary means in order for you to grow get to the growth period and to move into the next level upon which I feel you are moving, you needed to experience that.
Okay.
You needed that time. You needed that. It's like I'm seeing you taking off a number of hats. So there's no hat on your head right now. And you need to be hat free as you enter into the next phase of your life. What that means to me is that, I have to go to a card. There's a coming together of the physical and the spiritual and the emotional. You have, wow. You have such a base knowledge that's of such a higher vibrational frequency. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but I feel like I'm sitting in front of someone who has a great wisdom within them.
You're absolutely correct, Annie. It is so heart-based. It's incredible.
Do you recognize that in yourself?
I want to say yes, but I feel like by saying yes, I'm being egotistical.
Okay, so without the hats and the new hat, the hatless world and the new level you're entering, you're going to have to own it. This is not something to shy away from. This is not something that you're going to have to put in the newspaper or sing out from the highest. You don't have to toot your own horn.
Right.
But what you do need to do is recognize within yourself,
Right.
the value that being in alignment with that truth within you, that wisdom of clear trust and connection to self.
Yes.
What that momentum has for the world around you. You want to be in service to the world right now? Is that something that's interesting to you?
Yes.
This is, and you're wondering, how can I be of service when the world is so crap?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I keep reading, I keep like searching for answers, and I just feel like what I'm supposed to be doing is not in front of me, and I can't find it.
And here's the coolest of cool things. All you need to do right now is recognize your connection to your own inner self.
Okay.
And that momentum will send a shockwave out into the world. You are one of the people who is counterbalancing the crap in equal measure to all of the stuff that's happening, from floods and pandemics, and there is an equally in equal measure, we're having people recognizing their divinity. They're recognizing their importance. They're recognizing their connection to their soul self. If you want to do anything for mankind right now, it's to remain connected to self. It's to remain in the truth of who you are and the power of who you are.
Okay.
And that's enough. And, you know, when I say that's enough, you don't have to do anything obvious. However, once you own it, once you accept that that is enough, things will just open up for you, and you'll be more active physically. There'll be things for you to do here in this world. But if you're trying to put the cart before the horse, if you're trying to be the change, or trying to enact change before the change has happened inside of you, it won't work. So just do you. This is a time to just do you.
Okay.
I just wanted to add to what Annie's talking about. You're a very powerful soul. You need to know that. When I connected with your energy, literally when I started coming to your heart, the heart, and just a little further down, my mic was off, but I said, whoa, because it literally took my hands and threw me back, because the energy is so powerful that you have. I don't think you realize that.
Is that why everyone comes to me for everything?
Probably.
Okay.
And it's very heart-centered. Heart-centered and just a little bit below that. But literally I had my hand there. It was like, bam, it just really pulled it back. It's quite powerful, Kathleen, quite powerful. The other thing that I needed to do is, I don't know, is there someone in your family who has like a broken heart right now? Like any sadness going on?
That could be one of several people.
Because I kept hearing the song, Where Do Broken Hearts Go? And I don't know who it's pertaining to, but I feel there's someone who has a little bit of heartache. Like you need to kind of reach out to them.
Okay.
To help them with that, because your power is so heart-centered that I feel that they need you right now. I feel like you know who this person is.
Look at this beautiful card. It really shows why people come to you. Because they feel cared for, they feel recognized for who they are, they feel protected. And as you align with the truth of you, you teach by example that the truth of them is all they need to do too.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can see it feels like it's a very small demonstration, but it has the potential to lead into a whole bunch of other things. I believe you're actually a teacher. You're someone who will be teaching people to recognize the truth within them. Does that make sense to you?
Yes and no. It's like what I've been searching for, wanting to do. I hope I can teach people and do things for people.
And here's the realization is that you don't have to do anything except continue in your own lane.
Okay.
That's the information. That's the nugget. That's the golden nugget. In order to be that for others, You only have to do you.
Okay.
Now, you wonder why people are coming to you. They will, especially as you do you. And I'm picking up that one of the hats you used to wear was a very active hat when people came to you.
Right.
And it meant efforting. It meant expenditure of your own energy. It meant all these, it meant like forgetting yourself. But that's what's different now, is that they come because they don't sap you. They come because you remain in your own lane, and they can trust that. It's a beautiful boundary. Your yeses will be authentic. Your nos will be because you really feel them.
Okay.
And in that, you give birth to authentic yeses in other people. It's okay to say no.
Yeah, and that's hard for me to say no. Yep. And that's one of the things that I'm learning to do. Definitely.
Yep. And you'll know when it's an absolute yes by the feeling that in the heart. That heart space is your guidance. That's where your information is. That's your guidance point.
Kathleen, I have opened a gateway to energy, and it's still open right now, but I have to hear if you want to accept it or not.
Of course I do. Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to have you sit back for just a moment. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine this white light going through your crown. And I want you to continue this white light. Have it go all the way through your body. Then I want you to imagine roots at the bottom of your feet, and I want these roots to go through the soil of the earth. I want you to connect to the core of the earth. Once you connect, I want you to bring it back. Bring the white light through the roots, back up through the body, and up through the crown. Once you're done, let me know, and then I'll close this gateway.
Okay.
Is there anything going on with like your shoulder area by chance?
Yeah. My shoulders. Well, yeah, it's like right here. It's been sore the last few days.
Okay, I noticed that when I connected to your energy, so I tried to help with that a little bit. When I see it visually, I'm seeing it on your right side, but I know we're on the computer, but I'm seeing it on your right side. Is it your right or your left?
It is my right.
Okay. Well, Annie's still talking. I'm just going to do a little more work on that area, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I keep going back to the sensation in the head. And on a physical level, I couldn't urge you more to drink more water.
I agree. Yes.
Just however you get it, however you get that extra water, the better, I think. Okay. And understand too that water is a conduit. I'm also picking up that you will. Do you like to take baths?
I I do, but I don't.
I
The
feel like immersing yourself in water is a really, really positive way to align with the energy of the body.
okay.
So this will be really helpful. And if you just notice for a moment what this chakra is, this is the third eye chakra. It is about vision. It is about our wisdom to seeing things for what they are. It is our intuitive guidance point. I wouldn't say intuitive guidance point. That's underneath the breastbone, but this area has it's a very spiritually oriented chakra. So whenever you're given the tension here, it's reminding you to tap in. So quite likely it's when you're under stress that you get the headaches, correct?
Probably, yeah.
So it's when you're under stress that you are out of alignment. So look at the headaches as a neon sign
A
to
reminder.
say, go in.
Okay.
And perchance meditate in the tub if you want to. But it is a neon sign saying that something in the environment needs to change. Something you're doing needs to change. This is a guidance point. Yep. It is a complete, it's telling you something.
Okay.
And it's imperative to understand it as you move forward. It's a very delicate time for you. I don't mean physically. I mean,
No,
it's just really gentle. It's a period of grace. The words that come to mind are vulnerable, graceful, delicate. So treat yourself that way. Don't engage in things that are jarring or aggressive.
okay.
Be careful what you bring into your awareness, like with what you watch, what you binge on Netflix or whatever. Just be very selective of what you put into the body at the moment,
Okay.
into the psyche. That being foods too. Overindulging in hot, spicy foods I'm picking up will be it's just a time of delicacy.
Okay.
And I feel like that's a new thing, a new way of approaching change, because I feel like change usually comes in the form of stress.
Correct. Yeah. I don't embrace it.
So here, this is a time of change. This is a time of great conscious awakening, and to do it in a way that doesn't rip you apart. You just be very gentle with yourself.
Okay.
I was working on your shoulder area and I was able to balance out most of it. There is one little spot though that is stubborn, and it's a little further here. Super stubborn.
Okay.
And what I heard is you are holding on to something and you're not letting it go.
That's probably true.
Okay. So
And that's
I was able to kind of smooth out that, but it's that one little area, like I'm on it and it just,
and I want to let go of it. I want
okay.
to run and just let go of it.
Okay. So I'm trying to help you, but I can't.
Okay.
It's just this one little spot. Like I took care of the rest. It's just that one little spot. So I'm glad you know what that is. And so it's going to be up to you to kind of heal that area yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. May I address something around that?
Sure.
If you understand, the shoulders are representative of how the weight of the world. It's like how you carry the weight. And I believe this is trying to carry the weight for someone else.
Probably, because probably.
It's like just to take on the weight of someone else's journey.
Right.
And when you can understand that it's imperative, just like it has been imperative for you to experience the year you've experienced in order to get to this evolutionary change in your life, it's imperative that the person you're trying to carry it for.
Oh, I don't want to carry it. It's not mine to carry. It's theirs.
That's absolutely true.
Yes.
But there's something, a part of the psyche that thinks that by carrying it, you help them. So you don't just get to release it without coming to the understanding within yourself that why would you? Why would you keep that from them? You know, it's like you let it go from a different point of awareness.
Okay.
Like I understand you don't want to carry it.
Right.
But there's a part of you that says I should, or it's my job, or I show love by carrying it, or whatever that is. When you let that go,
okay,
the weight will go.
Okay. I think I have to accept what happened. I think for me, that's what it is. I have to accept it and move on.
Cool.
Okay.
As Annie mentioned, definitely drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Because opening up that gateway brought in a ton of energy and you connected to it. So you're going to require a little bit more water today.
B vitamins.
Yeah, definitely.
When I was doing that healing on you, did you feel any sensation at all?
I feel a lot more relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't feel so. It just like right in here doesn't feel so heavy.
So heavy.
Good, hey?
Okay.
Yeah, it just feels peaceful.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels very light.
The spot's right here, right here. And it's so funny because I just want to go and zap it and like, come on, but I can't do it. Oh. Okay.
Thank you, Kathleen. Hope that serves.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yep, I just really enjoy following the page and everything. So
thank you. I really appreciate you following and supporting and being here. And thank you so much for your donation today and trusting us with the messages you needed to hear and the energy as well. So
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, Annie, we've got one more person and they sent me a messenger, so let me get that for you. Okay, we still have people in the stream. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here and connecting with us. And I just thank you from my heart for supporting Soul Treats and being here with us today and the different days that we're on the broadcast. And Cindy is saying she is next. She's not going to pop on, but she says, I asked her if she had a question or she wanted a general. She says, general, I trust whatever comes. So let me just post this here. So for those of you who are new to the broadcast, Annie is donating a 1-hour reading, free reading. And I see there's quite a few of you who've already posted in the comments #soul. So to be entered into this, just type it just like it is on the screen. Don't put any emojis or anything like that, and it will enter you in. And yeah, you're welcome, Ada. Thank you so much. And Kathleen, thank you for being here as well. Kathleen Boyle. Kathleen's from Scotland.
Is that a Scottish accent you're trying to?
I try. I definitely try. Let's take a look here. Let me bring Ada back up. Not Ada, sorry, Cindy. There we go. So hashtag soul, everybody. Oh, I see there's a few more that entered it in. So great. And at the very end of this live, which is right after Cindy's reading, thank you again, everybody, for your donations and your support. I really appreciate it. We will draw the winner.
Cindy, we deal with a little bit of a lag. So if I ask questions, it takes a while for me to hear back from you. So one of the questions I have for you, which I'll continue reading as I wait for your reply, is, do you have children?
And Cindy, if it's faster for you to send me a messenger message, please feel free to do that, and I can let Annie know.
A very important thing that comes forward as I tap into energy for you, Cindy, is that this has been a very transformational period for you. I feel as though you have emerged from something very, a metamorphosis happened. And I don't believe that you are, went through like hell or anything. It's just, there's been a series of things that have happened that has prompted metamorphosis to take place within you. I believe you are on a journey of self-discovery, and that this is a time of wonderful awakenings within you. And the reason is that yes about the kids, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because what I pick up is that your role as a parent is right now is changing, and that as you open up to the newness of who you are going to be able to share the bigger part of you with your kids. Now this is an immense gift because they're learning that change is possible at any stage, that good fortune is available even when it's been a hard year. There's so much that they're learning from you, and they are on at such a stage of their own development that they're requiring different things. They're requiring different skill sets from you. It's not a cookie cutter for them. I hope that makes sense to you. The children are a very big energy that comes forward, and I imagine that one of your main focal points in life right now are the children, and perhaps they've also been through something, that they've been through something in the past year that you've needed to help them from.
She says spot on. They are on different stages. I'm learning to be a different mom.
Okay, here's another question. Do you have a son and a daughter, or masculine and feminine? I guess that's it feels as though there's a fluidity in gender. Perhaps maybe personalities don't match their genders or something. I believe your children are coming forward in a world where you're going to need to learn a different language, that you're going to need to soften belief systems. I think that they're cutting edge kids. I think that they are here, and they're the game changers. They're the ones that are coming forward in this world, that are going to be sort of who the new world is available to. Okay. I see them sort of taking a machete and cutting a path for young people that are following them. A son and a daughter. Awesome. Very different energies between the two of them. It's hard to believe that they grew up in the same environment. They're going to be showing you things that you didn't know you would learn in this lifetime. And it's such a beautiful thing. There's an expansion that's taking place within your family. I believe one of your kids needs you quite a lot. It needs your input in their life consistently and regularly, when the other one needs to be let go. And so very different handling. And 3 children by other parents and 1 in spirit. Very much my daughter is blowing me away. Son is polar opposite. So I'm not really sure what that says. So there are 3 more children that you have a big impact on, and 1 in spirit. Is that what that means, Michelle? Do you think? Yes, my daughter, and she teaches me. Okay. So there are 2 that come forward that are very strong energies. And it's like there's arms that come around. Oh, let's pick this up.
Annie, do you mind if I just ask Cindy a question really quick?
Yeah.
Cindy, I just want to do some energy work on you. Let me know in the comments if you accept. And let me know, are you feeling a little off today? Like, I'm just feeling like, I don't know, I'm feeling a little off, and I'm just wondering how you're doing today. And let me know if you accept.
So Cindy, this last comment, yes, and many others who call me mom. You play a very strong role in many people's lives. And this metamorphosis that is occurring for you is essential, because as the people you caregive for evolve and develop, so will you. And this is a time to really pay attention to the relationship you are having with yourself, because you're heading into a ground zero phase, which is a really cool place. It's one of my favorite. In the cycle of life, of your life, you have series of small deaths and small births. And I pick up about every 7 years or so, approximately every 7 years, you are receiving a renewal. And you're heading into that ground zero of a new cycle. And what I'm picking up there is that a lot of the tools you used in the previous cycle, especially in how you are mom to so many people, that's really changing. And in order to be who you want to be for everyone, you're going to have to get in touch with the self a little deeper. This metamorphosis, it happens whether you like it or not. But to be in that relationship to self, where the relationship you have with you is the foundational one, which allows you to then be all of the other relationships will be a reflection of that one. So the more you can accept the changes within you, and the more you can accept the growth within you, you'll do the same for the other people in your life. You can accept the nuances, the subtleties. When you can have compassion for the self, everyone else has compassion too. This last comment, when you call a particular condition, it feels as though you mean something physical. And I want you to know, Cindy, that everything that comes forward for me today is spiritual, is emotional. So I'm not tapping into your physicality, but if you are experiencing something on the physical level, if you deal with the connection to self from a spiritual, emotional point, the body will follow. If you make how you feel your number one priority, you will be who you need to be for everyone else, and you will align with your good health and well-being. Cool. Beautiful. Were you able to do what you needed to do, Michelle? Were you?
Still working on it. She was a little closed off, but she's opened up. Cindy, do you ever feel like there's somebody right in front of you? Or do you ever feel like there's a sensation of maybe like your hair touching your skin? There you go. You're opening up now. Thank you. You were fighting me, Cindy. That was cute. Have you been feeling something like in your throat? I almost feel like you want to be sick. Like it's very subtle. Like it's like, ugh. That's why I was asking you about if you're feeling off, because that's the off that I felt. Okay, yes, I do. Almost like I'm being petted. You are being petted, by the way. There's somebody that's right in front of you, and that's how they get your attention. They literally, like, it's almost like a really light touch to the face. It's almost like the eyebrow, the eye, and then the cheek area. Let me know if that's the area. That's the area that they showed me that the person is doing. I don't know who the person is. They're not telling me, but they're telling me they're right in front of you. So I feel like you can tap in and figure that out for yourself, who that is. Sometimes when that happens, if you get a name like right away, go with that. Don't question it. Your throat. Okay. Yeah, it was on my left side. I just feel like I'm just not feeling well in that area. So let me focus more in that area to help you with that. Thank you for letting me know.
Another kiddo energy that comes through is somebody who is a rather serious person who is potentially just setting off to a new learning of sorts, perhaps heading off to university or to or learning something, or there's a sense of excitement but trepidation about that path. There's a lot of this person gets really shot up. They totally overthink things. There's a worrier, somebody who goes over just like the hamster in the wheel kind of mind, but very highly intelligent. You recognize this as your daughter, Jess? Okay, right on. Your metamorphosis is going to help your daughter if you can show her how to alleviate an overactive mind. Help her to learn how to leave the head and get into the heart. There is a lot of stress around worrying, and you can only show this by example. So if you're not there yet, if you aren't, if you can't get out of your own head, look at this as you're learning to. Look at this as essential for you personally to understand so that you can teach it. This is an opportunity for you to release the mind and get into the heart. She'll need guidance with that. Yeah.
Cindy, I'm just going to pop in really quick because I need to do this because I'm feeling strongly galactic energy. I know you're aware of Thomas Sawyer. I was attuned to this healing chamber, and that's what they're showing me right now, that I need to take you to. And it's quite an honor to do this. I just need to get your accept in the comments because they're waiting.
There's a comment that says, yes, I appreciate the opportunity.
Let me know. Can you just put yes for healing chamber so that I know for that? Because I'm basically on standby waiting for it. Okay, excellent. Thank you. There we go. Don't know if you connect with angels, but Raphael is there. inside this chamber, they have a light source that's there. Normally the healing, I associate purple with that, but they're not doing this. It's green. Annie, if there's any more messages while I'm doing this, if you want to continue.
Thank you. I have to tell you that I feel that it's come to a close for me.
Okay.
Thank you, though, Cindy, for the opportunity.
There's so much smoke. What is this smoke, Cindy? I have to break up this smoke. There it goes. The smoke's leaving.
Hi, Jennifer. I'm sorry, but the reading list has been closed. Soul Treats does these quite often.
What's this smoke? Oh, jeez. Cindy, I don't know, but you might be burping a couple of times because that just happened with me a few times. Can you let me know what this smoke is? There's so much of it. It was kind of clouding the chamber. There's so much smoke. I don't know what this is from. Thank you. I hope your throat area gets better because that felt a little yucky. I don't feel as yucky anymore. So maybe if you can send me a message later, let me know if that helped. Because I feel like it's going to take just a little time. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Terry Sue. Thanks for coming. You're new here. Thanks for coming to Soul Treats. Really appreciate it. So while we're waiting for Cindy to comment, I'm just going to post this up since we are at the end of our live. So for those of you who are new here, or if you haven't done this already, Annie is doing a free 1 hour. Sorry, I'm still in that healing mode, even though it's complete. I need to get rid of the energy. Annie is doing a 1 hour free reading. So if you enter in the comments #soul, just in a few moments, the computer will generate the winner and can be in contact with Annie. And I just want to put this up here. There we go. Oops. Down at the bottom, you can see how to connect with Annie. I highly recommend to do a reading with her. I've always enjoyed mine, but this is just a little taste of what you get from her readings, because she definitely expands and explores. And one thing I have to say that I love about Annie is that still buzzing. Wait, still buzzing. What do you mean buzzing? Tell me about this buzzing. Is that what the smoke's about? She says she feels great. Okay, good. Good. Because it's really eased up the throat area a bit. What I love about Annie's readings is that what I've appreciated is that it can be very open with the questions, and the answers are very open as well. So that's one thing. If you do book with Annie, don't hesitate to ask just about any question.
Yeah, nothing's off the table. Let's just put it
Nothing's
that
off
way.
the table, which is incredible, right?
We get to the juicy bits, whether questions are asked or not, but we get there a lot quicker if the questions are asked.
So, alrighty. So we're gonna go ahead and do this draw in just a few moments. And glad I watched tonight. Glad you're here, Kathleen. I haven't seen you in quite some time. Body buzz, light. Okay, great. Great. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. Kenton Stowell. Whoa!
Kenton.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
So you
Look
can
forward
see
to
at
it.
the bottom, Kenton. It's got Annie's website on there, so if you can get connected with her. I don't know if you're still in the broadcast. I do see several people still in the broadcast according to StreamYard. So if you are, please connect with her. Yes, really enjoyed this. Okay, great. Congratulations. Okay, let's bring this off here. So thank you everybody for being here. And as usual, Annie, we usually are supposed to go for an hour, but we're at almost the 3-hour mark.
Yeah, a bit blurry.
Yeah, so thank you so much for being here, Annie, and
Thank you.
for your time and your messages to everyone. I love you dearly.
Back at you, sister.
So I thank you for being here. And I thank everyone who was a part of the broadcast from the beginning, middle, and end whenever you popped on. Just thank you so much for being a support to Soul Treats. This is what it was designed for, was for the community and helping others. And I really appreciate everybody's donation today. Just from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And I'm going to end this broadcast, and have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks for coming.